minority walked as if we didn't notice. The minority walked out of the session hall last Tuesday. What do you think?
I don't relish seeing a group of legislators walking out.
Really?
The tradition has always been, there was a time the minority was just JPE and Erap Estrada, and they, fought it out, stayed on the floor and debated. Walking out is not healthy for a democracy. Walking out on a procedural question is really, sabi ko nga, para mga bata, no? Na hindi nyo nagustuhan the way the debate was going on, you just decided, and on cue, they just decided, you saw Senator Subiri telling everyone, let's move. And this is not good because the debate was essentially a motion by Marcoleta on whether the use of online tools can be used. But there was not yet a debate.
Yes.
It was just it was just breaking the House so that they can vote whether there should be a debate on the motion.
Correct.
So I really didn't understand what happened.
I think, Prof, that is exactly the point, no, why they walked out. Kasi nga, ang sinasabi nila, parang wala nang debate, na dapat may debate, and they wanted to divide the House right away. No? Parang in a way, minamadali kasi nila yung proceeding, and that's the reason why I think they got frustrated, and in their defense, they're saying that they're trying to uphold the integrity of the Senate.
No, that's not upholding the integrity. That's putting down the institution by itself by walking out, At saka yung procedural doon, they were debating on the procedure of whether they should vote
Or it should go back to committee.
Kasi ang ginagawa nila before was to file resolutions. In the case of Trillanes and De Lima, they filed resolutions and then they put it on the floor. Ito, ang ginawa ni Senator Marcoleta was to amend the rules.
Yes.
Kasi if you will not amend the rules, every time there is an issue, you will have to go pass a resolution.
Yes.
Mas pa yun, mas partisan. Kasi kung titingnan mo sino ang nag-file ng kay Trillanes, sino ang nag-file kay De Lima, mga kakampi. Ang akin lang, talagang rule naman yung pag hindi kayo nag-agree, you break the House by voting. And that's the only way deliberative body can make decisions. If there is no agreement, if there is no unanimity, then we break the House and vote accordingly. Mabait pa nga kasi naandun pa si Senator Soto representing the minority and the 13.
Yes.
So technically, if the majority wanted to railroad, as the minority is claiming, they could have voted.
Yes.
Diba? Pero ang sinabi ni Senate President Cayetano, we will move the discussion of this on Monday. Monday ba?
Yes,
Or
Monday at 5
Monday
p.m.
at 5 p.m. So, kitang-kita mo na walang railroading, and there were 3 adjectives that were used that were really foul. Yung kay Senator Pangilinan, kay Senator Lacson, at saka kay Senator Soto.
May tulfo pa.
May tulfo pa. Pero yun, off the field kasi hindi naman.
We were talking about the remote participation yet. So medyo out of place siya.
Basic lang, papayag ba tayo mag-amend ng rules na ang pag-uusapan tungkol dun sa remote participation? Yes or no? And then pag nanalo si yes, edi i-lay down yung motion na paano ang paraan.
Correct.
Yan, pag-uusapan, considered ba siyang present, considered ba siyang absent kasi wala dito. Paano? Kasi material yon, especially sa impeachment. Hindi material dahil si Senator Bato. Linagyan na lang nila ng linya. That's why, medyo, if you're looking at how do you restore confidence in the Senate, that is not the way to do it.
Yun.
Pero ano pong opinion nyo dun sa proposal ni Senator Marcoleta about allowing the participation remotely?
That, alam mo, really, yung that should be given to all not to those who have problems. That is why the motion to amend the rules is really on point.
Yes.
Because it's for everyone. It's not for specific. Pag tinignan mo yung resolution ni De Lima at ni Trillanes, specific yun sa kanila. So what Marcoleta was doing was amending the rules for everyone. Do I agree with...
And regardless of the issues,
regardless
right?
of the issue, regardless of the personality, am I for it? Certainly. Because these days, doesn't happen only here in the Philippines. In the U.S., remote participation is allowed. And in fact, remote participation has even an impact on quorum. Quorum call.
Yes,
sa US, hindi na kailangan physically nandun ka. Kahit nasa opisina ka, meron silang thumb card na nagpapakita na present ako, nandito ako sa Capitol.
premises, yes,
Oo. So, we should disabuse ourselves from viewing it as really particularly to one person, but more of the institution.
Pero kasi, Attorney Trix, ang isang argument, narinig ko si Senator Erwin Tulfo, di ba? Sinasabi niya na unfair naman sa amin na pumapasok araw-araw, tapos yung iba magpa-participate online lang. And hindi na COVID. Kasi in the past, kasi COVID, that's why they were doing online platforms.
But if I
That's the
remember
argument.
correctly, the proposal of Senator Marcoleta was with justifiable reason. So, yun ang pwede nilang pagdebatihan. Pag mag-determine sila anong standards ng justifiable reasons. Pero open siya.
Kaya nga rules pa muna yung
Rules,
pinag-uusapan
yeah.
eh, no?
Oo, talaga,
Hindi pa
oo.
yung if they will allow it or not. But
Yes.
let's settle the first the rules.
At saka nakita mo kunyari yung exchange between Senator Pangilinan and Senator Pro Temp Legarda.
Legarda, oo.
Ang hugot, ang lalim, ang layo, 2004.
Yes.
So when you say do not curtail, ano ba ito, railroading, ano ba ito, nagmamadali kayo. Paano nagmamadali? Yung amendment mangyayari towards the end. Magsinidya sila ng June 4 eh. So hindi immediate ang application nun. Secondly, yung sinasabi nilang during COVID, alam mo, ang dami nating natutunan nung COVID na hindi natin ina-apply. In learnings, kunyari, itong crisis natin sa Middle East, siyempre may epekto sa elektrisidad, may epekto sa gasolina. So pwede kang what do you call this, off-site, tuloy rin ang klase.
Yes.
Off-site, ginagawa nga ng gobyerno. Off-site, reneduce ang workday sa 4. Pag importante ka, you should be online. But that is the trend. So yung off-site working, off-site learning are really the inroads and learnings from COVID.
Besides, if the senators are not present, then the people who voted for them aren't getting the bang for their buck. Diba? Sayang, you voted for them to represent us. Kung di sila pa-participate, pwede naman online. Di sayang lang taxpayers' money natin.
Di ba sa committee hearing, nakita natin, ina-allow na yung mga congressmen sa House.
Yes,
Ina-allow na kahit wala sila doon, they participate. And then you can probably have a 5-day congressional work week, di ba?
Correct,
Instead of 3 days lang. Pag inalaw mo yun, maraming ramifications, but let's start with agreeing on
The rules.
the rules, di ba? And then after agreeing on the rules, then we debate on substantive matters. Kaya kailangan ipaalam sa public. Kasi ang tingin ng public, nag-walk out. Ang sama talaga ng majority. Hindi ho yun. Kaya nga may motion to break the House and vote accordingly.
So what do you think really happened dun sa leadership change? Dun sa
Okay.
kay
Alam mo
Senator
yung
Alan na?
magaling ang ginawa nila. It defined the Senate and the impeachment court. Okay? Having said that, there were already attempts to remove Senate President Soto. Again, ang hindi napapag-usapan, and I'd like to appeal to the better senses of these legislators, they were not happy with Soto. I mean, they should tell the public why. Because tayo, nagse-second guess lang tayo eh. Ano ba talaga nangyari? And then, we know for a fact that Legarda and Cayetano were the two, Legarda coming from the other side.
Yes.
Cayetano is with the minority. They were the two options. Legarda was tried. Kaso, natunugan. At nung natunugan, ang excuse na lang, hindi, towards the end, bibigyan ka namin ng chance maging Senate President dahil ikaw ang unang babae. Insulto naman yun sa kababaihan na parang pag palapit na sa end, bibigyan ka namin, no? And then, maingay yun eh, kasi maraming nakaalam. Ang hindi alam ng public, there was the other option, which is Cayetano. And Cayetano was quiet throughout all, no? Noong nag-decide sila, sa tingin ko ang shocking doon, hindi nila alam na si Bato will be there. Ang traditional way of removing a sitting Senate President was presenting him with a resolution.
Okay.
Na ito, nakapirma na. In the 19th and 20th Congress, hindi na yan napapractice. Basta aakyat lang, sasabihin, yung nangyaring change kay from Subiri to Escudero, sinabi na may boto na ako, walang presenting the at officially, pag tinignan mo ang records ng Senado, walang resolution.
Yes.
Ang nagbago, nung nag-motion si Joel, si Senator Villanueva ng all seats vacant.
Yes.
Sabi ko, seryoso ito. Kasi hindi ka mag-all seats vacant kung hindi mo mahuhold yung majority. Because that means the chairs.
Yes.
And then when Senator Marcos was the one who nominated, sabi ko, matindi ang hawak nito.
Okay.
Ibig sabihin, kahit hindi sila nag-present ng resolution, may isang trump card, which was Senator Bato. So they were surprised that he was there. And if you review the record, sinabi rin ni Senate President at then Senator Cayetano, hindi ako nakaakyat, hindi ko nasabi sa'yo, kay Senator Soto, kasi may security implication. That was Senator Bato. So, for Senator Bato to be there, and hindi lang issue ng minority, may tatlo naman kasing tumawid. Yun yung shocking, no? May tatlong tumawid, at sa tingin ko yung tatlong yun, hindi naman babalik dun sa minority.
Correct.
So, it was surprising in the sense that nobody knew. Nobody was talking.
Yes.
The usual suspects na may asset, may nagsabi, were all quiet. So the weekend before that Monday, I was so surprised. Why is everyone quiet? But I didn't know. I didn't know. I was also surprised when I heard, si Cayetano na Senate President. Paano nangyari yun? So I went back to the feed of the Senate, and so it was Senator Marcos who nominated. So for me, that is telling. And for Bato to be there is also telling.
Is it important to you that the Senate President is a lawyer? Kasi in the past, like sila Cablas Oples, sila Manny Villar, Mig Subiri, they were not lawyers.
Alam mo really, why is a lawyer important? Because the Senate will be an impeachment court. It's very hard for a non-lawyer to be able to render and dig deep from the jurisprudence. Napakahirap nun.
Baka maging issue na naman yung sinabi ni Senator
dahil
Marcoleta about you not having any legal background.
Yung naman, kasi, alam mo, ang deliberative body, whatever, is governed by rules. So, tamang interpretation ng rules. Kita mo yung dalawa, sabi Section 139, yung isa, Section 64. Magkaiba. So, makikita mo dun, kaya lumabas yung issue na hindi yan between special law and general. So,
yes.
Statutory construction yun eh.
Correct.
Ay, ilan sa atin ang trained sa statutory construction? So may advantage ang lawyer, lalo na sa pagde-debate, may advantage ang non-lawyer sa substantive. Policy-wise, when you talk of poverty, you talk of economics, experiences, yun yung carry over. But when it comes to rules, talaga buti nga wala na dyan si Senator Santiago. Si Senator Santiago, pag siya ang question sa'yo at non-lawyer ka, medyo tatahimik ka na lang kasi talagang tinitingnan siya as a person who is very, very foundational, which means governed by rules.
Would you consider that on May 13 that the Senate was under attack?
Oo. My statement was it was under siege. Because you don't enter the Senate just because somebody told you to arrest someone. The Senate, di ba, tripartite, okay, interdependent. Pag linusob mo ang Senado, binabiolate mo yung Republican nature ng ating gobyerno. And then, if you are there to serve a notice, it has to follow the protocol, which is sabihin mo kay Senate President, mag-usap kayo. Apparently, there was a miscommunication there kasi nakapasok because of Senator Soto. Tapos, ang sinabi ni Senator Soto, you take it up with the OSA. So hindi ko alam kung ano dun yung totoo. But the fact that you were there and you were serving a notice without passing to the change in leadership, may problema yon. And then when you, nung binugbog yung OSA, sa tingin ko yon ang direct intrusion ng NBI sa Senado. Kasi yung OSA tao ng Senado. At hindi mo naman pwedeng gawin yon kahit na, di ba, prevent ang buong OSA to help him. So yun ang nawawala. Ang tinitingnan, sinong bumarel. Yung warning shot, natural na mag-warning shot. Kahit nga in pursuit ka, may hinahabol ka, mag-warning shot ka. Ito yung sumugod, nandun na sa kabilang pinto.
So, parang yung term na warning, ini-ignore ng NBI.
Tsaka hindi
Sa prosecution ng kaso.
Ngayon, ang idinidiin talaga is that the sinira ng majority, ng new majority, yung buong integridad ng Senado as an institution because of what happened.
You know, that is
Yun ang
wrong. That's for purposes of the headline. This day's headline, shaping the headline is very
Clicks,
important.
yeah.
No? But in that regard, hindi sinira. Kasi sino ba ang proximate cause? Si Bato? Hindi. Talaga namang papasok siya doon. Yun ang habol, yun nakapasok. Ba't mo hahabulin? Diba? So, ako, hindi sinira ng Senado. Ang sumira, sino ba yung proximate cause para pumasok doon? Sa tingin ko, ang sumira dyan yung NBI at saka yung ilang elements ng NBI. Tapos nung natauhan sila, pinapunta nila si Secretary John Vic to assist. It's a different face. From the NBI, kami ang boss dito, kami ang kwan, muscling their way around, and then Secretary Remulla. I think that saved the day. Pino por lo menos, I was listening a while back when you were discussing Secretary Remulla. I think he was fair when he went there. Kaso, nung umalis na at sinabi ang binabantayan yung art ng GSIS, sabi ko, ano mo yun, bumalik na, maganda na sana ang sinabi, di ba? Nandun na siya tumulong. So,
Yeah.